In the glittering world of Chinese entertainment, where stories are scripted and emotions are edited, there exists a tale that was never written, yet everyone seems to know it. Not from press releases or interviews, but from glances, from pauses, from the way two names linger when spoken together. Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan, two names that first collided in the mythical chaos of the Untamed, a drama that turned fantasy into frenzy, and co-stars into something more. From the moment their characters shared the screen, a current ran beneath the surface. And when the cameras stopped, it didn't go away. That spark turned into silence. But it was the kind of silence that speaks. It began with small things. A barely audible laugh when the other stumbled on a line. A hand hovering too long before resting on a shoulder. A shared bottle of water passed without asking. It was in those moments, the ones directors cut out, that something real started to flicker. Then came the first wave. A behind-the-scenes clip, seemingly innocent. Yibo, half laughing, half serious, calling out to someone off-screen. Saying, "Come here." It was soft, almost like he forgot the mic was on. The word, foreign yet intimate, hung in the air like a secret meant only for one person. The camera shifted, and there he was, Xiao Zhan, blinking, surprised. A small gasp escaped him before a smile bloomed across his face, slow, uncontrollable. His cheeks reddened not from stage lighting, but from something far more vulnerable. And Yibo, he just chuckled. No explanation, no correction, only the knowing eyes of a man who had just said what his heart wanted, and didn't regret it. Some said it was a joke, a playful tease between friends. But fans, especially those who had memorized every blink, every breath between them, knew better. They rewound that moment again and again, watching the way Zhan instinctively turned, the way his lips moved, like he'd heard that word before. In private, the second wave came live. A promotional stream, a moment of tension. Xiao Zhan stumbled over his words, flustered by a complicated question. He laughed nervously, brushing hair from his eyes. Then, Yibo turned, leaning in with calm assurance. He said, "Relax," saying, "I'm here." And for a beat, the world stopped. The host blinked. The chat exploded, but Xiao Zhan simply ducked his head, hiding his face behind his hands, because his smile was too wide, too real to explain away. The word had returned, not once, not in jest, twice, and always with warmth. In a world where affection is often exaggerated for the spotlight, there was something almost rebellious in how quiet their intimacy was. There were no flashy declarations, no grand romantic gestures. Just proximity. Yibo always leaned toward Zhan, his body language drawing him closer even when the script didn't call for it. His knees, his shoulders, the tilt of his head, like a compass forever pointing north. Fans noticed. Oh, how they noticed. One fan compiled screenshots. Every time Yibo's gaze lingered too long. Another analyzed clips in slow motion, tracking their fingertips, noting how often they brushed when they didn't need to. Others uncovered subtle symbols. A hoodie on Yibo identical to one Zhan wore months earlier. An earring with the same pattern as Zhan's necklace. A beaded bracelet that mysteriously appeared and vanished between shoots. None of it confirmed, yet none of it coincidental. Even in chaos, their closeness was measured, precise, intentional. And then there were the names. Sayang, honey, darling, baby. Words that, in most celebrity spheres, could be dismissed as fanservice. But not from Yibo. Not from the man who rarely spoke without purpose. Whose image was cold, distant, almost unapproachable. To hear such softness from him, to see the way Xiao Zhan reacted, was to witness a rare, raw truth. They never admitted it, not with words, not out loud, but their silence became a language. During a press conference, when Zhan coughed lightly, Yibo reached for a water bottle and handed it over before anyone else moved. When Zhan tripped slightly backstage, it was Yibo who caught him, not dramatically, but like it was muscle memory. Natural. Expected. Fans began calling it the quiet love. The kind that doesn't need to shout. The kind that lives in glances and gestures. And as it grew, so did the community that followed them. CP fans, once cautious, began to feel bolder. They posted clips with soft piano music and subtitles in pastel. They quoted Yibo's rare compliments about Zhan. He's patient, kind, gentle, not just praise, reverence. And when Zhan, in another interview, described Yibo as safe, the fandom held their breath. What kind of relationship makes someone feel safe? It wasn't just chemistry anymore. It was comfort, security, the kind of bond you don't find in scripts. Even their silence became proof. No denials, no damage control, just mutual respect for the story they were quietly writing behind the scenes. In one event, a fan shouted, "Say something to Zhan Ji." Yibo glanced sideways, smirked, and whispered, "He already knows. He already knows." What more needed to be said? They had created a world of their own. A hidden room behind the glitz, where every saying was a key, every glance a page of an unwritten novel. Some still call it fantasy. Others say it's projection. But for those who've been watching, listening, feeling, it's more than enough. Because sometimes love isn't announced. It's offered, gently, in two simple words. So now, we ask you, those who've watched from afar, who've seen the spark grow into something deep and glowing. Was it just a joke? A game of fanservice? Or was it something braver? A love not hidden, but simply quiet? Tell us in the comments, what do you see in those moments between Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because in every whisper, every touch, every glance, there may be a story waiting to be told. And love, well, sometimes it only takes two words to say it all.